seated. Welcome to Fairview Elementary School and welcome to our Veterans Day celebration. Today we are proud to join together to celebrate this special day which honors all the men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces. We are honored to have guests with us who have served our country in times of peace and war. In order to show respect today, we ask that everyone please silence your phones and teachers please silence your radios. Each of these honored guests took an oath to uphold and protect the United States of America. We all enjoy our freedom because of their actions. Today we pay tribute to them and thank them for their service and sacrifice. Let us begin our celebration this morning by paying tribute to our great country and her flag. Please stand.
Please join together in the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute, pledge.
Please be seated. Although Veterans Day is to honor those that served our country, it is fitting to be thinking about those who are currently serving our nation. They are, at this moment, spread all over the world, and we are so thankful for them. They are brave men and women who proudly wear their uniform, and we are also very proud of each one of them. I would like to salute them all. Francis Scott Key wrote the words to the Star-Spangled Banner. On September 14, 1814, during the War of 1812, when the Americans were defending nearby Fort McHenry, which guarded the entrance to the Baltimore harbor.
When he wrote our national anthem 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. Those words are as true today as they were then. Through this nation's history, American veterans have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom and to help be friends of the United States.
We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to the more than 650,000 American service members who died in battle, or the nearly 1.5 million who are wounded. We can, however, recognize and thank the 25 million veterans still living today.
So, what is a veteran? The dictionary says a veteran is someone who has been a member of the armed forces. On Veterans Day, we salute the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardmen who have rendered the top service any American can offer. And we rededicate ourselves to fulfilling our commitment to all those who've served.
So, where did Veterans Day come from? This day was once celebrated as Armistice Day. World War I was, at the time, regarded as the war to end all wars. World War I ended officially on June 28, 1919. However, fighting ended 7 months earlier when an armistice, or a temporary agreement to stop fighting between the Allied nations and Germany, went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month.
In November of 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first Armistice Day to honor those who served during World War I. The original idea for the celebration was a day where they observed with parades and public meetings, along with a brief suspension of business beginning at 11 a.m.
In 1926, Congress passed a resolution for an annual observance, and the President called upon all officials to display the flag of the United States on all government buildings. The President invited the people of the United States to observe the day in ceremonies during school, church, and businesses.
It was in 1938 that the 11th of November became a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be thereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. Again, at this time, the name covered those veterans of World War I. As we all know, along came World War II, the Korean War, and other conflicts.
So in 1954, President Eisenhower changed the name to Veterans Day so that a grateful nation could pay appropriate respect to the veterans of all its wars, proclaiming November 11th as Veterans Day. Once again, reminded all Americans everywhere to rededicate themselves to the cause of world peace.
Some people confuse Memorial Day, which is celebrated in May, with Veterans Day. Both holidays were established to recognize and honor the men and women who have worn the uniform of the United States Armed Forces. But Memorial Day was originally set aside as a day for remembering those military personnel who died in the service of their country, particularly those who died in battle or as a result of their wounds in battle.
While Memorial Day in May is more focused on those who gave the ultimate sacrifice, their life, it is appropriate to take a moment on Veterans Day and honor those who died in the service of their nation. Please stand. And join together for a moment of silence, followed by the playing of taps in honor of those veterans no longer with us.
Thank you. Please be seated. We have been reminded that Veterans Day is intended to thank and honor all those who served honorably in the military in wartime or peacetime. In fact, Veterans Day is largely intended to thank living veterans for their service, to acknowledge that their contributions to our national security are appreciated.
The third grade students wrote letters to veterans, some to family members, and some to veterans we do not know. I wish we had the time to read all the letters, but we do not. I wrote this letter to my veteran and my family. Dear Grandpa, I am so thankful that you are protecting the USA. Thanks to you, we are all safe. I am proud for you being in the Navy. You have given so much of yourself for Americans' freedom. Happy Veterans Day, welcome. I wrote this letter to a veteran in my family. Dear Uncle Bob, thank you for serving our country and keeping everyone. All of America thanks you for your bravery. I am so proud of all your hard work. You probably went through some difficult times, but please know that your country loves you and is very proud of you. Your service has made me free. Love, Ben.
Most of our letters were written to veterans we do not even know. Here is one example. Dear veterans, we learn about veterans and Veterans Day. I am writing this letter to let you know how much you mean to America. Your service to your country has made us all feel safe. I bet you did some amazing things and had to be really brave at times. You are awesome. Happy Veterans Day. Signed at Fairview Elementary, 3rd grade.
There is a veteran that all Fairview Elementary students know. Dear Mr. Bailey, thank you for teaching us about veterans and Veterans Day. You mean a lot to our school, and we appreciate your service in the United States Navy. Our country is safe because of you. We are proud of you. You gave us freedom. Sincerely, all of 3rd grade.
Many presidents have written letters and have said great things dealing with Veterans Day. Here is but one example. The United States military is the strongest, most capable fighting force the world has ever known. The brave men and women of our Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guards demonstrate and determine in spirit and unmatched selfishness. On Veterans Day, we rededicate ourselves to supporting those who have worn Americans' uniform and the families who stand alongside them.
With honor and distinction, generations of servicemen and women have taken up arms to win our independence, to safeguard our country, and to keep our freedom. These heroes have put their lives on the line so that we might live in a world that is safer, freer, and we owe them a proud tribute of gratitude. With respect for and in recognition of veterans with us today, 3rd grade will now move to the risers. Please everyone stand and join us in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. seated.
As we reflect on the number of veterans that have made such an impact on our lives, we will always be grateful for the freedom we have because of them. At this time, I would ask that all veterans please stand. So everyone here could thank you with a round of applause.
We are getting ready to close our celebration. In a moment, all the third grade students will form a celebration line in which we will ask all veterans to please walk through. This is us showing all veterans here today the highest level of respect. When the veterans do walk through, we ask that everyone else please stay in the stands and join us in clapping for them.
We have set up refreshments for the veterans and those here with a veteran to enjoy in the cafeteria. After the celebration, we ask that all the others depart through the outside gym doors. This will keep our hallways from becoming too crowded. Thank you, veterans, for all you have done to serve and protect our country. Thank you everyone for your attendance today. Please everyone remain in the stands at this time. Third grade, form the celebration line.
Guys, we try to avoid adults talking during this so much because I tell you what, wow, I think we need to let the third graders know how great they are. We make a really big deal about responsibility and starting to do stuff on their own, and everybody loves parades and all that, and I love it, you love it, but to have 9-year-old kids honor veterans the way we just saw, that starts at home with you guys, the way your support, your love, and your care for these kids, they come to us like this. So what we're going to do is, yes, we're going to ask that all the veterans in a second will come down here. You're going to go through the celebration line into the cafeteria, please. They've written letters, they've done thank you bags, they've worked hard, they've learned about veterans, they've done a lot of good stuff. Now, if you are here with a veteran, if you're a student in 4th, 5th grade or something with a veteran, if you're a friend with a veteran, please come in also. And then we ask if you came here just to support veterans and see your students sing, that's awesome too. Then you guys can exit over here. But I tell you what, this is awesome. So if all veterans could please come down here right now, come on down here to me, please. group is amazing, fantastic, and we know it's because of you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.